Hello and welcome everyone to D6, where I, your Shen, bring together voice acting friends, bridging friends, and friends return onto a D&D live stream show from peeps all around the internet. How's everyone doing? I'm pretty sure I can't hear any of you on the stream, but I hope you are all doing well. So, as usual, I'm gonna go ahead and start off. Oh. Uh, do I have mods here today? I need to ask that question real quick. Somebody let me know. Oh. There we go. Fix that. So as usual, as we begin these streams, I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, thedeckofmany.com. The Deck of Many is a RPG reference card company that they make wonderful reference cards for monsters, weapons, conditions, NPCs, and once again, the Deck of Many Things, which I'm not sure why anybody would put into their campaign, but sure, you can do that. Just all these look absolutely amazing. I lost one already. So if you really want to go check them out, I really suggest everyone should. They are amazing. They're super cheap, and they're also extremely useful if you are doing your live campaigns, or if you're like me and you need to be able to have quick access and reference to things that you generally don't, then by all means, please do go check them out. That is the deckofmany.com for your RPG reference cards. The second thing I want to, our second sponsor is none other than the patrons over on Patreon. I want to give a huge shout out to the people over on Patreon, like Philip Warden, X Shadow and Echo X, Jesse Likes. Those are some wonderful and beautiful patrons that continue to support me and my channel, and also the campaigns that go here for the streams, and a lot of love and support that does come from it, and I cannot thank you guys enough. If you guys wish to go check out the Patreon and what I'm able to provide to all of you, then please go check out the links down in the boxes below. I hope you do. And with that, I would like everyone to please go ahead and wake up. It is time to rise and shine, my adventurers.
Hello.
How's it going?
Ah!
Oh, my lightning wounds.
The wizard's awake.
What happened? What happened? Oh, God.
So, as usual, we're gonna go ahead, do some relatively quick announcements. Quick as in like 10-15 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump on into tonight's game. So, yeah, maybe. In case you guys may have not seen, I had said last week I didn't know what I was gonna end up posting last Friday, which came to find out I was just gonna be talking about Danmachi stuff. Big shocker. If you guys want to go and check out my personal thoughts and my somewhat review on the Danmachi Arrow of Orion movie, I have posted that video last Friday. So if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, I really suggest giving it a watch. I really enjoyed making a video that felt new to me. Second thing I need to announce, there is a high chance possibility I am going to move all the VODs to a separate YouTube channel. It is not for any other reason other than because the algorithm is being a meanie pants to me, and if these stream videos go onto my channel, they affect all the other videos that I end up posting, and this is because nobody watches, not a lot of people watch the VODs, and that does have a negative impact on the algorithm and stuff like that. So I will be posting them on a separate channel soon, I've already made the channel, but I will. I'll let you guys know next week where it's all kind of going, and then after episode 10, if necessary, I will go ahead and just toss all the VODs onto the brand new YouTube channel for you guys to consume with your eyeballs. And as per my last announcement, with the new month coming up, I am going to San Japan in San Antonio, Texas. I will be there day 0 all the way to day 4 and a little into Monday, which basically that's when I'm leaving. So there will be no episode of D6 for that weekend. Just want to go ahead and let y'all know that.
For those who don't know about the San Japan time, what is those days?
It is, I think, August 29th to the 3rd of September.
Alrighty.
We got plenty.
So the last week of August and first week.
In about a month from now.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I really wish I had a bit more time while I was in Texas. I really would have came to visit you, Chris.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but as you know, we gotta do all these business things at our gerbs.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
jerk.
and I also know you guys, TFS is going to be busy that week as well. Just
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. yeah, so
Con season completely fucks our schedule super hard.
yeah, it's hard to plan that stuff around, especially when sometimes it just pops up, and like having to plan way
Summer.
ahead of a time.
We go directly into summer into holiday mode. It's seasonal cons into holiday mode. Oh boy, last 2 quarters of the year are not amazing for our schedules.
Oh yeah.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Oh yeah.
You have my condolences.
That sounds like a responsible human adult's job.
Yep. Gerbs. So yeah. If to anyone that might be attending San Japan, if you want to meet me or come hang out, I'll be probably walking around with a TV for a head, and if you come up to me, I will definitely be saying hi.
Twist his knobs, change the channel.
It actually, you have to press my buttons.
Oh man, I really hate watching the news. Can we turn this?
Click. Yeah, smash. All right, so you have no idea how many times people say that at cons. So that being said, that's pretty much all of my announcements. Let's get to, of course, Boo. Any
What?
Any of your
Oh,
usual
hey.
announcements?
Not really. I plan on streaming Hildebrand this week on my Twitch channel, but I'll actually be out of town this weekend to Philly, so I won't be here for the next session.
Yeah,
But it will go on. So
that is true. Which we'll also talk about in a second. Bracky.
Yes. I'm Braki Soy. I'll be playing River, the Halfling Fighter. You can find me at twitch.tv/BrakiSoy. I'll be streaming art and video games. And you can also find my work on Twitter. And I am the one that is going to tell you that don't forget to, if you want to share a comment or a piece of fan art for the campaign, anything you did for this one, you can post it on Twitter with the hashtag D6DR.
Yeah.
And by tagging us if you like. I can ensure that we can see the piece of art. And eventually when we get enough art or any kind of cooperation, according to you, Yara, if I recall, you were going to put those either on the previous screen or just moving through the screen as the game goes along.
So here's what we will end up doing if we have enough fan art, and this is one of those dream things that I often talk a lot about. If we get enough fan art, Bracky and Taboo are going to act as the curators and make the opening videos, because the 10 minutes that do go by before the stream starts are often just, it's just noise. That way everyone can get in and get settled. So if you guys want to, to the wonderful artists, to the wonderful people, I have been retweeting your art. It is absolutely beautiful. You guys are amazing. And I have probably cried more than once during the week because this is the most amount of fan art for any campaign I've ever ran, and it makes me happy. So so I want to be able to present this during the streams and show the love that I have for the amazing talent for a show that I have a lot of passion for. So
We love all of it.
Yeah,
Every single last one.
I like everything about it. It's you guys are all amazing. Even my own players who are artists are just blowing my mind. All right, so
I used to draw, now I just shit post puppets.
I just shit post.
all right.
But that's only for
That's a
my
valid form of
announcements.
expression. That's why you're so short.
So Bracky, anything else?
That will be it. Just hashtag Day6DR for anything you want to be involved in the campaign, basically.
Absolutely. All right. Just so everyone knows, tonight, unfortunately, we are down a Joe Cat. There's something personal that is happening, and we aren't prying. So love and hugs to the amazing Joe. I hope things are okay, and and hopefully we will have him back next week. All
Right.
right.
In our hearts.
Always
We
in our
love you,
hearts.
buddy.
All right, Sir Malovic.
You can find me on Twitch playing the assorted video games, currently Crash Bandicoot at Sir_Malarvic, and on Twitter, same thing but without the underscore.
I don't know if the viewers know this. Down below each and everyone's name is everyone's Twitter handle. If you want to go and follow them, please do.
That it is.
All right, Mr. Zito.
Oh
You was
no.
thinking.
Oh no, this asshole again. Hi. Let me get on my presenter face. Here we are. Hi, I'm Chris Zito. I'm that asshole who posts D&D homebrew stuff at 5 o'clock in the morning when people are actually asleep. You can find me on twitch.tv/Zito, where I usually hype up indie games that are normally never shown off in the mainstay, draw a lot, do a lot, subsequently do all that homebrew stuff on streams whenever I feel like it. Debating on making a Patreon for that sort of thing, but that's neither here nor there. You can also find me on TFS at the table, DMing a bunch of psychotic idiots through the world of Los Aranas. You can find me on Unexpectables, where I play Task the Kobold Ranger, and you can find me, oh, wait a minute, I'm right here, playing Lionel, the Wizard. Skedaddle, skadoodle.
How's it feel
Spine
to be
is
a
now a noodle.
How does it feel to be a professional D&D player now?
Suck it, dick face from 13 years ago. I'm getting paid for this shit. Fuck you. I'm not vindictive, I swear. This
It's good to be though. It's good to be.
a little bit, yeah. This upcoming week, I got a few things I have in mind. I have a couple. I probably want to get back into making some more Mario Maker stages because it was fun to do that. But I'm probably gonna spare everyone me actually making the stage from scratch because I spent 3 hours on one, and I'm sure everyone by then I just stopped talking. Risk of Rain 2 mods will happen sometime this week, and probably more self-indulgent 3 a.m. brain homebrew race making.
Awesome.
I need to unlock that new character in Risk of Rain, actually. I keep forgetting.
Oh, what, the plant?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a new character in it?
It's not that great, unfortunately. In my personal opinion, I don't think the plant's that good.
Mm.
All right.
He's a
Plants.
root turret character.
Speaking of plants,
I didn't realize there was a new character in that game.
the druid.
And yeah, last but not least, none other than the Dry Guy, or Terrence Dry,
Hello, everyone. I'm just waking up. But also, for this past week, I've just been doing like a lot of voice acting, a lot of auditions. Honestly, literally, I have not posted anything on my YouTube channel because I've been doing other voice acting for commissions and projects that I'm in, and it has just been crunch time. So, unfortunately, there's nothing for me on my channel, but very soon, in the coming month of August, you'll be seeing a lot of things I'm in. So, just keep that peeled out if you want to see more of that stuff. Just check out my Twitter on just search up at Terrence Dry VA on Twitter, and you'll pretty much see me posting about different stuff. Other than that, that's really it.
All
I
right.
don't really have much else to say.
All right, good to know. Oh, also, did you make it into Now Voice This?
Yes, I actually made it to round 2 and currently
Hey.
shaking in my boots about who's going to move on to the next round. But no pressure.
Yeah,
No
None.
pressure.
Well,
No pressure.
well,
Best of luck,
congrat-
dude.
Here's hoping for the best.
congratulations. Congratulations and best of luck. All right,
Ah, dude, appreciate it. It's
You got this.
all right,
Ah!
all right. So,
Send them your energy.
with that being said, one of my pages got mixed up. Whoops. So, with that being said, we are going to go ahead and jump on
Wait.
into.
What about Malavik?
Hmm?
Mallory.
I didn't really have anything to announce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did say that his games and Crash.
The Crash
Oh,
and
shit,
the
it was-
Bandicoots.
Wow, it's
Oh,
crashed.
sorry, I had to step out for a sec. My bad.
Okay.
It's a BTF.
All right. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into tonight's game.
Hooray.
D6. So
Weehoo.
D6. All right. So that being said, starting where we had last left off, while everyone was within Aurario and staying within the house in which Canis represents, meeting his mother and kind of spending time within the city, getting to know everything. At this point, however, the night upon their return, Eleanor, Canis' mother, had alerted him that there are some demonic. There is a demonic presence south of Vale within Alanon, and had made a personal request to her son in order to investigate and or exterminate the current threat. At that point, everyone had spent 3 days getting prepared and ready, getting their weapons upgraded, getting armor, and also getting 2 very interesting pieces from the Methelius vault, and also various other objects. Then they began their travel. Within the first 2 days, heading to Emerald Enclave in order to restock and prepare their trip across the east in order to get to Vale. They were going to stop at the Emerald Enclave. However, after a brief interaction with a young blue dragon hunting down griffins, this turned into a very quick battle in which Canis had fallen and was risen by River somehow, and everyone baffled of being able to defeat such a mighty beast. After which, Urzer had gained a new ally, that of a hippogriff. Sorry, I meant hippogriff. And thus began traveling forward into, once again, to the Emerald Enclave. So, where we are now is that you guys are about... you guys are within the thicket of the hoodoos, and at this point, I forgot everyone's roles for survival for this blue dragon harvesting.
I got them.
I think there's,
Perfect. Thank you.
I mean, worst case scenario, we could just roll them again here.
I mean,
Canis didn't try. I think a couple people botched it, and the others did really well.
all right. Well, let's.
I remember there was no middling results.
Okay.
I got like a 2, so I'm not even gonna try.
Why the hell is not walking away without a trophy to just fucking throw it into his family's face?
Of course. All right. Then
Canis is now afraid of thunderstorms.
I will
got
say
them.
I will say
See
go
that?
ahead and
Lionel rolled a... Okay.
I'm gonna say go ahead and roll your survival checks while you were doing that.
Oh, damn it, I had 21.
I forgot my dice.
Uh-oh.
Rolled a 1?
No, I had a 21 before. I need to
At least you
reroll.
rolled a 1. I'm like, shit.
Wowza.
It's fine.
Yeah,
that
I'm the one with the
happened.
2. You guys are good. Don't worry about it.
We need to wait for him to come back, I guess.
Baby.
Let's see.
Soft 20.
Nice.
Not as good as before.
So, so who rolled?
Soft 20.
Soft 20? Okay.
16.
16?
Yeah.
And just you two?
I believe so.
The two shorties grabbing at this thing.
All right.
Mine!
20 and 16. All right, so after spending what is maybe an hour kind of picking this dragon clean, what you managed to harvest is about 10 pounds of blue dragon scales, about 15 blue dragon teeth, 10 of its talons, and about, I think it was 16 ounces of blue dragon blood. Pretty much the meat, it smells of ammonia and probably would have to take some very interesting handling in order to cook this kind of meat, and it depends on if you want dragon bones.
Dragon bones. I would like some dragon bones. Like the horn.
Alright, yeah, you managed
I wouldn't, I wouldn't mind wanting to like a staff or a wand made out of this thing.
Alright,
Yo,
so even considering the amount of damage that was done to it via the chromatic orb, some of the remaining bones that aren't, disintegrating because of the necrotic nature of the spell, you managed to probably get about 2 femurs and a couple of its rib bones.
I think, just one thing, I don't remember if we decided to do this. What is the co-fairness in the spell? It was changed to poison damage, basically, I think.
Yeah, because it doesn't do necrotic. Necrotic and radiance is not part of the spell, so it was transformed into acid.
Oh, well then, that might change things.
Bracky, goddammit, you ruined it for us.
I just...
Damn it, Bracky.
God damn it, you
all your
rule-blurring
fault.
little shit.
Damn it,
It's
Bracky.
all your fault.
Can they have changed to cold damage? I don't fucking know.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I know I fucked this up for us.
Okay, so I'm gonna say the skin, the blood, and the skin and the blood are gonna remain the same. However, you lost 2 of those talons, so you have 8 talons.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no to one of the rib bones, so you only get 1 rib bone.
Okay.
And you have a strong-looking femur and a relatively weakened femur. And as per the horn, I'm just gonna give you guys 1 horn, 1 blue dragon horn.
Blue dragon horn.
Okay. So, yeah, you've basically almost picked this thing clean. As per the meat, it's...
We ain't eating this.
Yeah, no, we're not eating this.
Yeah, if you guys want to, you would have to need to find a specialist that knows how to make good dragon
I'm okay
meat.
without it. I just want bones.
Yeah,
we don't
no,
exactly have one out in the middle of the plains.
Dude,
Just put it on
listen.
the spit, wait for the jingle, and then, damn, you got well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bracky, I swear. Listen, I'll let you keep most of everything if you allow me the horn and a couple of bits of like scales and talons so I can make a scepter out of this thing.
Oh, motherfucker, I wanted the horn too.
Oh, shit.
I'll let you guys. I'll let you guys decide.
Well, yeah,
that
we'll
in
decide
in
that
a
later.
couple.
We'll decide off stream.
Yeah, you guys have about
Roll for it.
a day left
I just-
to
I just
get it.
I just imagine Lionel and River like cutting this thing down, and by the time they reach the head, they both look at the horn, then look at each other, then look at the horn.
They both grab for it, and then it's them just like they both grab the horn, and it's them clasping hands, and they both stare at each other, just squinting.
Should I complete the Virgil look and make a blue dragon cloak?
Oh shit!
Oh,
Hell yeah,
Oh
dude.
fuck yeah!
God!
But
Now all he needs is a katana.
And Garu's just
Space
sitting there.
warping katana.
And then
The
Garu's
winged
just
knife.
standing there. Thank God I can't see this.
nah, I'm okay with just keeping a talon and the teeth.
Well, like I said, I just want to make a scepter out of this in some way, shape, or form. So whatever.
You can keep the horn. No worries.
Hell yeah!
All right, good to know. All right, so after spending that half hour getting all the dragony bits, you see the driver is looking a little concerned. He's all like, "How do y'all suppose that you're going to be able to transport all this? I don't want any."
Lionel holds out his bag of holding.
Was about to ask who had that.
Put it in
He
the
has
bag,
the biggest
boys.
smile ever.
Muppet style Pez dispenser, upper half of his mouth hinged open. Opens the bag.
I thought you said that the bag had the Muppet face, and now that grew concerned.
No,
He does
now it's just fucking Lionel from that episode of Flapjack.
Oh. Are we? By the way, are we
What the
reaching?
fucking fuck?
Are we reaching the point of like nighttime, or what time is it?
At this point, it is late midday, so somewhere around 5 to 6 p.m. And the sun is reaching a bit more closer towards the south, and you're starting to see the hue change, but it's not nighttime just yet.
Let's just just find a point where we can.
Lady.
Well, all right, but I'll be honest, y'all. I'm not too sure about them. And she's pointing towards a lot of the hippogriff that are now staring at all of you.
Why are they staring?
I thought they were okay with us for killing the dragon.
They seem to remain wary. Make an insight check to whoever wants to.
I mean, the two shorties of the group just ripped open a dragon and stole its body part.
Okay, so attempt that.
I
Okay,
guess
man.
Franz will try to take a crack at it.
Yeah.
24 insight.
24.
I got a 1.
The guy.
Fucking druid.
Yeah.
With no animal combat
The
social skills.
I got a 2, but I can make insight check with advantages. That's a 4. Never mind.
So, Canis, as you are standing and watching your friends finish up, tearing apart a blue dragon, and now looking at all of the hippogriff that are coming by and witnessing this, you get the sense of feeling like they are deeply afraid of all of you. Simply just because this terror of the sky has been bothering them for a little while, but they are staying away mostly because of the hippogriff that is standing next to Truffles and kind of following close behind next to Urzer.
There is one question I have, Yara. What
Yeah.
do I know about drakes?
Uh,
The wyvern. Like,
what is your intelligence
my intelligence?
score?
10.
You're a flatline.
Make a history check.
History check. Can do. I have a proficiency with it. 15.
15. Your knowledge of it is relatively general. There's a lot about chromatic dragons and wyverns kind of being the lesser and kind of the whipping boy of dragons. enemies and also easily tameable by people. They are used for certain armies, much like the one that you guys are in. This is in order to prevent air raids and also kind of have a wider spectrum of looking out of Aurario. So it's
Do I know?
it's not
Do I know
uncommon.
about? Do I know about their sting?
Oh, you
Do they have any kind of poison, or
they do. You do know about that.
would I be able to harvest that?
Make a survival check.
16.
Yeah, you get about maybe 10 ounces of wyvern venom. You basically, as you walk up, you crack the stinger open, and it kind of lets out some of its ooze, and you're kind of bottling them in little flasks. So yeah, you get about 10 ounces worth of wyvern venom.
Put that down.
All right.
But if we can find a place so we can check this out, maybe a bit far away from the hippogriffs, since they seem a little uneasy with us.
And as
Now we can advance a little bit and find a place.
yeah, as the driver finally rehooks the cockatrices to their reins of the carriage, like, well, let's just hope that they don't start nothing. All right. And all right, get in. And all of you decide to jump into the back of the carriage, and you guys begin the slow and easy process of getting out of the hoodoo area. It takes you about a good 2 to 3 hours before you reach an area where you don't notice hippogriffs are following close behind. At this point, you guys are a bit in a thicket of woods. You're past all the rocks and the hoodoos. So at this point, it's just there are huge, ranging trees from small to huge, depending on where they are in their location. And at this point, it should be late enough to where night has fallen, and you guys find what is a small open area
Like
to
a
set up
campfire
camp.
and such.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. I just realized something. I was reading over the arcane recovery thing.
yeah.
Once per day, when you finish a short rest, you can choose to expend a spell slot to recover up to a combination of 3. So, could I technically take a 1d hit die, not to gain HP, but to gain a level 3 back?
That is possible.
Cool. So now I actually can use the tower.
Back to Lionel's clubhouse.
There is a slight issue there.
Okay,
As-
fair enough.
as
Fair enough.
you- I
As you
guess.
look around, there is not a wide enough area in between the trees for you to set up your tower.
Ah, balls. Oh well.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right, whatever. Now I have an extra level 3. That's fine.
Just in case. All right.
As we are setting up the camp and people are getting ready, I'll have a river approach Canis.
All right.
and some supplies.
Oh,
Canis,
Hmm.
take off your armor.
What?
Whoa!
Whoa!
Do not think like that. You were struck by lightning, by a dragon's breath. You need to take care of your wounds.
He'll take off his armor.
All right.
She is going to approach him with the blanket she bought. She's going to start ripping pieces of it and water from the water skin to start cleaning up some of the damage.
As you notice along the skin, you see what is almost like scarring right now. Even though some of whatever healing happened has kind of removed a majority of the nerve damage and kind of fixing things as you're going along, it's still visible. And you also see along his back what would be like two two large scars that would represent where his wings would be.
Yeah, River is poking those a little bit, like, curious.
Please do not do that.
Sorry, just I've never seen anything like that, and she's going to keep cleaning. You summon like a spirit, and also you had the wings. Is that a thing that clerics are able to do?
Some, but I'm a special case, as it were.
Because of your family? And she keeps cleaning.
Yes. Specifically from my father.
What exactly are you? You're not human, or kind of.
Well, yes, kind of. I was born to a human mother. My father, on the other hand,
I saw the
Yes.
portrait. He was also human.
as he wanted to appear, yes, he is the Dragon King Bahamut.
Huh. Are you seeing this like a figurative speech? Because, you know, father Bahamut of the clerics and the church and all that.
In a literal sense, he is my father.
That explains the wings.
As you understand, River, the history of the Asimars are limited and sparse. In fact, one of the former Big Six heroes was formerly an Aasimar of Sihanin. Generally speaking, in this world, Aasimars are children of gods, and some of the higher ranked tieflings are sons and daughters of demons and devils. So there is a bit in tandem with the representation of bloodline in this world.
Is that why your family is so, you know, up there? Higher places?
Yes and no. They were devout followers of Bahamut, but it's only recently that he took this much interest in it.
Hmm. Does it hurt when, you know, the wings come out? She looks at the scars.
No, the scarring is probably a result of, well, the lightning bolt.
Yep. From what I understand, chromatic dragons hate the metallics, correct?
Correct, and the reverse is also the same.
He aims straight for you. Yes, out of the entire group who went for you, they can just smell your blood. That's.
I'm not exactly trying to hide now, am I?
You're not. It's a little telling, especially when you're, you know, the whole eye thing and the hair. Sorry, the whole being a cleric of him. Usually, people will try to hide who they are.
Why should I? Why not be
Well,
proud of what I am?
Doesn't that put a target on your back? Literally, you just got a target on your back as a dragon focus you.
People are going to target me regardless. So why should I hide what I am?
She's going to keep cleaning
Alright.
and try to bandage him with the torn blanket. Oh, a blanket.
You guys spend a bit of time within this discussion, and after finishing up the bandaging and the cleaning and the everything, you guys are met with a slight delightful smell of what is like a traveler's stew. There's a lot of heavy vegetables, earthy smells coming from a small cauldron pot, and you see as this halfling woman, as she's just kind of stirring it around, and serves you all dinner for the night.
No, I just like Mom used to make.
It ain't nothing too special, but I hope you guys are well and okay. But you guys are keeping your side of the promise, and well, I'm keeping my side as well.
Now, if only I had cheese. Oh,
You still have, you know.
We still have plenty of cheese.
You
I
have
know.
60
It went
pounds of
from-
cheese left,
it
not
went
90.
Yeah, it went from 90 to about 60. You guys.
but it
lost a
was
bit.
so beautiful and rounded.
Pounds of cheese.
Oh yeah,
Also-
this wheel of cheese is fucking destroyed.
It's still a lot of cheese.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
It has the density of a rock.
Also,
No,
by,
you guys-
by the way, even whatever pieces that were left from it, the spell I think enlarge lasts for like an hour, so it
Yeah.
shrunk back down to regular size.
No.
Yeah,
Here's
it
the
went
thing,
from 180 to down to about 60.
you guys don't understand. When you have you can have a wheel of cheese, it can also be used as the recipient for the meal, and it's so good. This thing is completely destroyed. But
I mean-
I'm still going. And she just bites a little bit of it. Oh, good.
It tastes like Parmesan cheese. It's
The tear goes down her cheeks. Oh, so good.
all right. So, as the night finally moves on and the moon fully rises, you see as it is in a crescent shape, you feel comfort tonight. Who wants to do watch?
Actually, Garo wants to do something.
Okay.
He's gonna approach the group. Might I suggest something?
Sure.
And it looks up.
How about I take the full watch tonight? Yes, I can merely sleep on the cart. Oh, worry not, worry not. It was quite a stressful day today. You all deserve your rest.
It's not that, Garo. I'm not sure you can fully do a watch.
Oh, you'd be quite surprised. So long as I meditate, my senses are quite more heightened. I'll definitely know if something's coming. Trust me.
Hmm.
Again, seriously. After what happened, you all need proper rest, yes? It's nothing to worry about.
Franz is a bit taken aback by it, but at the same time, he's not gonna say no. If Garu wants to do it, he'll put his faith and trust into him. So he says, "All right."
I believe it's better to have two people on their watches, though, just in case something happens to the watcher.
Well, Franz doesn't really need to rest a whole lot. He can honestly take a short rest, and he'll be all right.
No,
Fine.
it doesn't interrupt. It doesn't interrupt that. You don't need to sleep the 8 hours. It's just
Yeah.
time.
I'm gonna need the 8 to get back everything.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, after that, like,
Well, I will stay up with Garu.
All right.
Very well.
But also, before we fall asleep, I want Franz to do one quick thing.
Oh,
Okay.
I want Franz to walk up to River and ask her if he can talk to her in private for a quick moment.
All right. Franz approaches you, River.
Sure.
Yes, don't worry, it won't take much of your time. I just need to know something.
Look, I know I was a little abrasive when I told he's not able to do watch. It's the whole thing with the vision.
He's like, wait, what? No, not that. Not God, no. He's
Yeah,
trying to word it correctly in his head, but it's not working because he's not good with subtlety. So he just outright says it. He's like, all right, what was that back there?
Again, he can't see.
Not Garu, what you did to Canis. During the battle with the dragon, you did something. Don't know what it was, but there was a flash of light. Canis is better now, and you did something.
River is going to pull out an empty bottle. I give him a potion, a healing potion. Simple as that.
Make a deception check.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah,
And,
I'm gonna-
and-
Wait, can I?
and-
Wait, I need to elaborate on this so see if I can gain any advantage or anything from it. I give him a healing potion. You're talking about the light. Maybe that was the thing he summoned. He's the whole son of dragon thing. I think it was maybe a residual thing.
Franz could understand to a degree the healing bottle, but also the light. He's like, didn't he do that before you came on board?
Ooh, getting caught in
Fine,
the
I'll
act.
just roll.
make a deception check. And Franz, make an insight check.
Make an insight check. Okay.
Ooh.
Well, okay, that's going to be a 1.
Fucking oof.
Or
So
rather,
I got a 17 plus 4 with insight, so 21 altogether.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to be even with my halfling luck.
Just fuck-
Yeah, he sees your bullshit.
yeah,
That's a
fucking-
10.
Yeah, his eye is popping out of his head, but just like an inch away from you, just squinting. Like, no.
Like he's just
Boy,
sitting
Franz.
there pointing at River. He's like, "Nah, I may not be the brightest tomato in the carrot field, but I'm pretty sure I know what I saw."
Franz,
Like
as you are looking at River, you are watching a lot of the intricacies of an individual. You, knowing the relationship with animals and the body language, this is kind of a bit the same. You are noticing little twitches, not focusing the eyes on you, kind of, showing hands but not showing the palms. And at that point, you are kind of clicking your head. She's lying.
He's like, he's seeing all these signs, and he's just like, "Am I a joke to you?"
This one button, doubt.
The most disappointing dad look ever.
You have upset furry grandpa.
Oh no.
So, with that being said, knowing that River is trying to jump around the question, he lets out a long sigh and he's like, "Look, I'm gonna level with you on something. I don't know what you did. I'm curious. We're all on this adventure together, and quite frankly, I don't know your past. I don't know who you are, other than you're just a companion of mine with these others. And maybe you don't want to tell the others. If you want to tell me, fine, but I'm not going to repeat anything. That's up to you. It's your personal business. I'm just wondering what the hell that was."
It's something not to worry about. And she looks at him straight in the eye. With arms crossed.
Oh. Pouty face.
Pout.
He's like massaging his eyebrows in frustration. He's just, all right, look, I'll let it go. If you want to talk about it, I'm here. Just know you don't have to be so secretive with everyone here. He starts walking away and begins his watch with Garu.
All right. And River, you.
Yeah, she's standing there where they finish talking as he leaves and gets out of sight, and she just relaxes a little bit, but at the same time she feels stressed and walks towards the group, punching a tree on the way back.
Lionel's just
Ross-
having a grand old time.
Just
Franz is like, don't you push that tree! That tree did nothing to you!
Speak with plants. Are you okay?
ow!
Oh.
Speak with plants. What happened? My liver.
Something
I-
hit me.
I'm going to grab a rose hostage.
God!
Dear God. All right, so in that, you guys, so Franz and Garo, you guys begin your watch. The rest of you end up falling asleep. Urzer is tending to the hippogriff first, and kind of, back and forth. But he pretty much grabs one last meal. He looks really, really tired, and then he goes to sleep. So, Franz, Garo, I need you both to make a perception check, but Garu, what kind of perception check do you want to make?
What do you mean by that?
It doesn't have to be sight. It could be
Let's see.
it could be sound, smell, taste, or touch.
Let's go with sound.
All right. So,
Okay.
all right. So, Franz, what is your roll?
Franz is gonna roll for
Perception.
hearing. Oh, perception
yeah,
for hearing.
You're more antiquated with your eyes, but Garu is listening for sound.
Oh, okay. I'll go with see what I'm looking at.
Yep.
With my special eyes.
Specialized.
They have your brand.
I have a 14. What's my perception? Perception is +4. So 18 altogether.
All right. So, as you're staring off past the fire of the night and keeping an eye open, you see not too far off, there are little orbs of light. As they begin to pass, you hear and Garu, what was your roll?
Oh, I got a roll. All right. That is a 17. I have like 0 perception, so it's straight out 17.
You hear the words far clearer than Franz, but you both hear as these little orbs begin to pass. Do either of you speak Infernal?
No.
Nope. Nah.
All right. So as these little bulbous lights, as they begin to pass, like a small parade, these little spirits. And what is about 10 minutes of these little bulbs kind of passing through, you see the last one as it begins to leave. And they begin to head towards the west. Gar,
Oh yeah.
as you're meditating in the silence, you begin to think upon the words that the blue dragon had spoken of. You think of the lessons that you were taught at your monastery. You remember there are words that were spoken to you and you begin to kind of figure that there is a greater dealing than what you realize. The talk of this dragon, it pierces your mind. It's as if there was truth, as if there was knowledge unspoken.
As Garo thinks of this, he's gonna like kind of grab his like fist harder and just like breathe a little bit heavier or something.
Yeah. As you begin to breathe, you feel as if there is energy. You hear as if, even though that monster had passed, as you focus your key, trying to grasp the last of the spirit of this monster. Need you to make a wisdom check.
Yo-ho! That is a 14.
As you are opening yourself up and trying to catch the words, you notice, Franz, as you look to the side, there was one small orb of light, much bigger than all the others, brighter and violent, as it floats before Garu as it begins to pass through the camp. It speaks, not in Infernal, but in Draconic.
He cannot understand that. But he's definitely looking in befuddlement of what's going on.
You see as it draws closer to you, Garu, you feel as if sparks and little shocks and pings all around your body. I can see it. The lost egg. The lost child of the last black dragon. I remember the stories. Should you find yourself above the summit of our ancestors, behind the city that is drawn by Bahamut, you will find an answer.
Garo's gonna start clacking his jaw like clack, 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 and he's like there's gonna be like steam coming out of his nostrils.
Franz is kind of concerned now. He's just like
As it
Garu.
this ball begins to loom closer, and now as it begins to touch you, Garu,
Oh.
does 5 points of necrotic damage as it touches you, and you feel the sparks and the anger and the hatred of a lost spirit now within these woods, as it's ripping into your soul, your body, and you are just jolted up from your meditation.
He's gonna like swipe immediately what's in front of him. Doske!
And as you do, I need you to make an attack roll.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
Okay.
Do I just do unarmed strike or what?
Yeah, unarmed strike. Go ahead.
No diddly okey. Ooh, that's 12.
All right.
Wait, his DC adds to it, right?
I believe so.
Alright, then that's an 18.
18. It's, and as you swipe at it, almost with ease, you scratch and you see it as it dissipates. The summit of our ancestors.
He's gonna like jolt up. What happened? What happened?
Franz is very taken aback right now. He's like, Garu, you okay? You were kind of talking.
What?
You were,
Sorry. I was just lost in thought. It's nothing to worry about.
You sure? Because you seem to be in a little bit of pain. Might be having a nightmare. I'm not sure. Did you accidentally fall asleep?
He starts scratching his left arm, the one covered by the garments on him. Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing at all. You have no need for concern.
The person who says this to Franz tonight.
Franz is now just like, I'm gonna insight that. Can I insight that?
Yeah, go ahead. Make an insight check.
No one was to tell
Franz, I
anything.
can't
Poor
trust
Franz.
anyone.
Franz is sniffing out bullshit tonight.
The only one who's told him all of the truth is Lionel, and he's terrified of him.
Come sit by your best friend, Lionel.
That is a 20 plus insight 24.
God dang, you're sniffing up. You really are sniffing up bullshit.
Dad,
What is with the rolls tonight?
you can't fool Dad. You can't fool Team Dad for shit.
All right,
Oh.
so Franz, from what you can tell, there is something that has unnerved Garu. He's often a very stoic individual and, very pacifistic. Oh,
Yeah, I was about to say stoic, isn't it?
Stoic is as in like, the strong.
Because he can't see, you can't read his face.
Yeah.
He's just looking around, trying to get a sense of where he is. What?
He's got a set he looks like he has
What?
a sense of urgency and fucking stout in his fucking face, but really he has a fucking meme song playing in the back of his head the whole time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But
He bonks into walls every fucking 10 minutes.
But
Sorry.
even
It's
with
alright,
all
let's
this, even with all of this, you are assured that this interaction with whatever this thing was offsetting Garu.
Franz just he's calming himself down before he says something he's not supposed to, in a kind of a fit of frustration, because he already just dealt with one person kind of brushing off not telling him something, even though it was kind of a pressing matter. But he knows Garu, and he's like, look, Garu, you're my companion, and I do care for you, and I want to know what is going on with you, if you wish to tell me. If you don't, then I can't do anything to help you if something is bothering you.
Garwitz is gonna look in his general direction for a bit, look down to his hand, see it shaking, and I really appreciate the concern, but it's not your burden to bear. You should get some rest. Get your mind off this.
His eye is twitching.
His children.
He's like, I swear to God, these children are gonna be the death of me.
What?
Nothing. He takes out the water skin that he's had with him and just starts downing it.
All right.
Full of vodka.
Irish
Great.
coffee.
It's full of wine. Pure concentrated wine.
Right. All right.
Franz is just gonna sit back down. He's like, all right, let's just finish this watch then. He's actually really upset right now.
Okay.
No.
Justified. Really justified. Twice in the same fucking night.
So that being said, as the night continues on, you guys are bearing witness to the rest of the forest. You guys have seen animals come and go and pass because they do not wish to take the immediate initiative to interact with you two. So as the night goes on, the new morning begins, and you see the driver as she gets out of the back of her carriage. She starts walking up to the rest, to you two. All right, so you two really did stay up all night. Mighty impressed.
Well, we did. I thought it was the first watch only.
Oh, sorry, I meant to do that with southern accent. I'm mighty impressed.
Franz is like disgruntled and angry, and his eyes are bloodshot. He's like, "Yeah, we had a lot to think on, but it was very easy to stay awake."
Had a real heart to heart.
All right.
Gar swing a bit side to side, but he like tries his best to retain his composure.
All right. Well, that being said, you guys can sleep in the back of the carriage. I left my bedroll out for y'all.
What can I say? He's gonna like get inside the back of the carriage and just like fucking face plant into the middle, onto the ground.
Meanwhile, Lionel's just like bopping back and forth, whistling "Red Hot River" to himself, the biggest smile on his face.
All right.
Steamboat Lionel.
Hell yeah!
All right. So, you guys pack up and you guys begin the rest of the day's travel to the Emerald Enclave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Change of music time.
I wonder what nightmare will accost us today.
Nothing. Franz goes to Canis. How you doing? Nothing to be concerned about.
He's like, "I swear to God!" Oh! He just starts turning into a bear. He's like, "I'm tired of y'all not having this companionship." Whoa!
Rod, you want to help me test out a spell?
You don't get a say in this.
During this, by the way, Franz and Garo, you both take a point of exhaustion because you guys didn't sleep last night.
That's fair.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Where do I mark that on the sheet?
That's a good point. Where's that?
I'll just keep it in mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Carry on.
Oh no, wait. In conditions, you just click it.
Oh, conditions. Got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it just one level of exhaustion is just disadvantage on ability checks. That's it. All right.
Okay, that's fair.
I know this. Okay, so as you guys enter the city, you now begin to see the passing of many faces and many of elven folk now beginning to enter your eye and field of vision. These people range relatively as much as people do, but you see the common, the light-haired and long-eared elf individuals, and many of them look as if they are practicing certain kinds of magic. There are some that are kind of just testing out their archery abilities, tending to certain cattle, and also some that look like just travelers. At this point, as you get within the city, within the forest of the Emerald Enclave, its vast colony spans many miles across. In this area, the trees, great and mighty, have acted as homes to this colony. Even the elven race thrive and worship Melora, as you notice that there are many, many symbols of her here, and they're very prominent. From small statues to them being represented in art across the buildings and various other places. There is, from what you can see, two major areas. What looks to be a offset grotto in the northeast area that acts as a place of worship to the Evergreen Guide. And to the northwest is the heads of the tribe's meeting place, and also a very particular area that is not to be entered by outsiders, lest invited to. You guys have known this to be the primordial gates. They are defended by the enclaves. In case you guys don't know about the primordial gates, there are representatives of this universe that can only be met through them. And the reason why the enclaves exist is to act as the first line of defense to prevent mishandling of this ancient knowledge.
Ah, the UN.
Basically. So yeah, you guys are now within the city of the Emerald Enclave. What do you want to do?
We're just going to do some basic resupplying.
All right.
Quick question: how much time has passed since we departed and arrived into the Enclave?
It's been about 3 days.
Oh, so Gar's like definitely got his long rest then.
Yeah. All right. So at this point, you guys, as you guys are entering the city, you hear from the driver who's like, "All right, y'all. Looks like we finally made it. Well, as promised, I managed to get y'all here, but I don't know how you intend to get, back."
We'll cross that river when it passes.
Well, all right. Well, if you
Well,
need...
I'm a little confident in my Elvish. I'm pretty sure I could find someone who might be able to ferry us back the other way.
all right. Well, I mean, if y'all do need me, I'll be within one of the city inns. I'm not too familiar with it, but apparently I've been told by some of the caravanners it's relatively nice. You'll find it in the northeast area.
No worries, ma'am. Appreciate the help.
Absolutely. I forgot y'all's names.
It's okay. We also forgot yours now.
I don't think I ever gave mine.
Christ.
Yeah.
Well,
I assume we did some basic presentation, but okay.
You just Lionel will just like prestidigitate a fucking little wisp of light. Lionel middle.
very nice to meet you, Lionel. Name's Morgan.
Franz Hawker.
Nice to meet you, Franz.
Garu Kali. He does a little bow.
Nice to meet you, Gara Kali. Quite a strange name, but,
I'm not from here.
I can
He
tell.
just starts dozing off again. What? Oh.
This is River.
All right, and as you guys kind of just shake Morgan's hand, she gets back onto her carriage. All right, I gotta get these two fed. I'll see y'all around. All right.
Take care of yourself.
Have a good day, ma'am.
And you hear the crack of the reins, and she begins to go deeper within the town of the Emerald Enclave. So at
I
this point-
turn and look at Canis. Well, you're the one who knows more about what we should be doing now. What do you think we should do?
Considering we still have quite a ways of travel, we should probably stock up. Beyond that, perhaps a visit to the closest church would probably be in order. Perhaps they know at least something about what's going on.
All right.
Well, if you don't mind me, I saw a couple of folks practicing magic. I might look into poke my nose in a little bit of that.
Fair enough.
How many days do we have before we get to Solman?
The Solman Peak is about 2 weeks
10 days.
journey, but to Vale it's going to be about 10 days.
Okay. Just need to make sure I have enough supplies for the trip. Yeah, I'm just going to make the list, the basic river list of food, the supplies to get to the next town.
All right.
And,
Franz is gonna go and try to find a local medicine shop.
Okay. I will have each of you do a... Well, Canis, since you know where the local church is, just based off of its size and, the obviousness of where it is, it's easy for you to find. Lionel, make a investigation check.
Okay. Just a quick thing I do want to put up. I do have the Sage feature.
Sage.
researcher. When you attempt to learn or recall a piece of lore, if you don't have the information or oh wait, shit. I'm sorry, I'm reading that incorrectly. Let me roll. Here I go. Investigation. Oh boy, what a shitty roll.
What'd you get?
Even with a +6, I rolled a 9.
Okay.
Oof.
You probably spent about 2 hours lost within the city. I'll get to you in a second. That leaves
Just
Franz,
stands in the middle of the crossroads, like with his mouth agape, catatonic. I'm lost.
and you hear as Urza kind of walks up. Well, all right. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go and find a nice place for truffles to rest, and also kind of figure out this whole situation with a hippogriff. And I'm getting some strange eyes looking at me, and you notice as you guys have entered the city with a hippogriff, it is strange for a hippogriff to be traveling with a party.
Figure.
One would assume.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go find a proper way to handle this. So I'll be around. If you need me, just scream out into the city.
I'll find you. No worries.
If anything goes wrong, make the sound of a dying giraffe.
I'm sorry, Joe. I'm doing my best.
Just letting you know, we are going to find you if anything is there.
All right.
Don't
so,
worry.
all right. Well then, I'll see you all around. And you see as he begins to walk within the city, with truffles and hippogriff. At this point, so there leaves Franz, Garu, and River. What are you guys doing?
Garo's gonna wander around, try and find some bullets.
Okay. So make an investigation check.
Oh man,
Okie dokie.
I hate killing people. Let me weaponize this gun to kill people.
It could be used for hunting.
I used this
Oh
one
shit,
for
that's a
protection.
16.
16. Okay.
It's a symbol of peace.
Pull my passive
I got it.
trigger.
I got a 16.
Unfortunately, you are within an elven town. A elven town that represents nature, and in and of its whole, they often use a lot more nature-based weapons. So
Walked into a bank hide. You know what this is?
you
What?
are
What is
not. You're not finding any much luck in this city. Not even a store nor.
Hello? Please assist. I'm looking for a certain item, and he's waving his gun around.
Hello, I am blind, lost, and looking for
Are you sure you're doing that?
I was just looking at shitposting, but
Okay.
Best be careful with that, because that could be taken very seriously.
yeah.
The Billy out
Go
of jail,
big
man.
home.
Goes to say, I'm looking for a certain item, really small arrows, if you would call it that. Do you have any?
And,
He's just like talking to like some guy in a fruit stand.
all right, as you see this, the form of what is possibly a half elf to you, it's like, as far as I know, small arrows. You can talk to Vaven. He is the bowmaster within the archery ring, to the far east of Emerald Enclave. It is strange to see a dragonborn within the city, and one of you're addressing.
Well, I am from Incometech, so I'm not around here. Anyways, I appreciate it. Ikemase. He wanders off. He never finds it because he gets lost.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He does get lost. During this time, Franz and River, what are you two doing?
Franz, you go first.
Well, Franz is basically gonna like walk off and try to find the nearest medicine shop, but I want to say he ends up actually just finding a local bar and just goes in there for a drink because god damn it does he need it.
So, this being one of the very few times you have this being one of the very few times that you have ever been in the Emerald Enclave, you are familiar with it based off of your master's teachings. You hear whispers of a brewmaster not too far off, and you do find this this kind of elegant house of sweet smells of berries and alcohol. And as you enter, there is this delightful tinge of blueberry and then peaches. And as you enter, you see what looks to be a young individual. Even though being of elven nature, he looks like he's in his 20s, and he has long, wide ears. As he looks up, he's like, yes, how may I help you?
Franz walks up to him, sits down at his bar area, and just, I don't know. Do you have anything good? He's trying to find a way to explain that he does want to drink, but he doesn't know what he wants because his brain is like scrambled everywhere because he's just dealing with a lot.
I might have a refreshing stout that might be of your liking. It does charge a bit.
He just throws down like 4 gold coins. He's like, I don't know how much that'll get me, but give me how much of whatever that is.
That'll get you enough. And as he walks over, he pulls out what is this very fine piece of crystal wine glass. And you see as he... in the back area, there seems to be several barrels, very nicely made. And you see there is a large cup-like device that he puts it into the cup. As he brings it to you, you get the immediate smell of very faint tastes between barley and peaches, and then that hint of blueberry. Now is it beginning to get close? And then as he puts it down in front of you, you are immediately met with various types of smells, and you're just not sure, even with your ability of medicine and whatnot, it is an attack of the senses that is very delightful.
That smells really good. What
Wait
what
until
is
you
this?
taste
I don't
it.
think I've ever had it.
It is one of my own personal brews. I haven't named this one yet, but it is somewhat invigorating and kind of helps clear the sinuses and also open your diaphragm, kind of give you better breathing.
I don't know what a diaphragm is, but all right, cool. So he takes a quick swig of it, just to kind of like let the flavor set into his mouth to kind of like really
This-
enjoy it.
This elven brew is really fucking good. And it once again, it's the attack on the senses, and you feel as if you can breathe easy. And it clears out. It's almost as if it's a medicine in and of itself. And then you begin to feel the slight buzz of alcohol. It's really good and really strong, but it's covered by all those fantastic tastes.
Yep. This is what the doctor ordered.
All right. So that being said, River,
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm just going to be getting my list of 5 days of rations, 5 water skins, and a healer's kit.
all right. So you will find yourself at a general store. I'll get to you in a second. Now, I know. As you travel throughout the city for what is maybe about an hour, and you see these young elven individuals kind of playing with magic. You kind of asking and asking, but they're immediately at shock at a possum person talking to them. Chris?
Sit up.
Where is Chris?
Hello. I
Uh-oh.
think he died.
Oh no.
Did we lose his
Are you still alive?
Sito. Friend.
Rise from your grave.
I think he went to get food or something.
Oh
Or his
no.
Discord's being shit.
Or his Discord is not working, yeah.
Uh-oh. Well then, we will wait for Chris to fix.
By the way, I'm going to save you moving from page to page, so there you go.
Mhm.
I already made the math for you. In case the price is fair, just let me know.
Zito died. Everyone panic. Okay. River.
Yes.
So, as you begin the packing of these various items, you are encumbered.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. I checked your thing last night. Turns out you
Mhm.
were encumbered a lot earlier.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Oh, you're right.
So you are
I'm going
encumbered.
to start getting rid of stuff then.
Yep. You know, the bag of holding might be very nice to put a lot of that stuff away, but it's starting to get a little heavy on you, and you're kind of moving at half pace right now. As you do, however,
Yeah, I'm 13 over my thing.
as you walk out, you see
Why the fuck do I have a bedroll? We better fucking use it.
as you walk out, you bump into an individual, simply just because you are carrying a whole bunch of stuff, and
My
you
backpack.
you hit and you hear a ah, and you see a female form falling down over you as she tries to go over you, and she's
Yeah, I
like,
tried to prevent her from falling.
you drop everything and make a acrobatics check. What's that?
Ah, fuck.
Actually,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
make an
athletics.
athletics
Shit.
check.
Oh, well, that's still it's just a number one difference. Hey, natural 20.
Okay.
22.
So, pretty much as she's falling, you immediately stand at the highest height as you can, and you grab her waists, and you feel as she's like, "Oh, why, thank you," and you see as her knee moves forward and she upright.
Okay, sorry for that. I need to manage some of my stuff.
Oh. Well then, I'm so sorry. As you look, this is a beautiful maiden, with long black hair, and that has a green streak running down the left side. Her eyes are a very light green, and her outfit, it looks like it's made for traveling, but she also has what looks to be a separate bag for something. And she looks at you and is like, "Oh, so sorry. I didn't mean for that. I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself. I am Ilias." And she scrunches down and she extends a hand. So you look, those deep green eyes are so bright and light. And you get a faint feeling. Make an insight check.
Thank fucking Christ. Let's see. It's going to be 14.
Okay. As she gets down to your face and she looks at you, her eyes lock, kind of widen a bit.
Like a predator looking at a prey? Or just... Is it a feeling on ease, or...
As you had held her, you noticed that there's a slight tinge of discomfort in your hands, as if like warmth was sucked out. Her skin was almost cold. As she looks at you, do I know you from somewhere?
I don't believe so. Not from around here. Further than south.
Seems
Excuse me, I need to pack some stuff.
And as you try and turn, her hand grasps your shoulder, and they lock eyes back onto you. What is a halfling doing in a town like this?
Traveling with a couple of friends. We have a bit of a mission. Yeah, you know, the job of mercenaries.
You feel the hand as if it's slightly cold. Friends, but you're all alone.
Not really. They're just a couple of streets away.
I have some friends of my own, and they
Oh,
must
really?
be so concerned about me, but I would be concerned about you. Tell me, where are you from? Her eyes begin to widen. I need you to make a wisdom check.
Wisdom check or wisdom save?
Wisdom save.
Motherfucker. Is it a fear effect?
Nope.
Okay.
Ranger danger.
Let me see, do I have anything against this kind of shit? I don't think I do that. No, that's gnomes. Never fucking mind. Oh, okay. That's a 16 plus 2, 18.
Alright. You feel as if in the back of your mind something is telling you to tell the truth, as if it's like a charm, but your eyes blink away for a second.
I'm from the Callan border. Further than south.
I see. I've been hearing a lot happening there after the whole incident of Lycia Bay. The people in Wollaston are very upset, and I can imagine me being an ambassador can be very, very difficult on people traveling. Tell me, where would you happen to be going next? And once again, you feel it in the back of your mind. I need you to make one more wisdom check. Wisdom saving throw.
Fish. That's going to be 14 plus 2. 16.
Nope. You just barely with the first one. And as she asked this, you can't help but resist. And the words Vale begin to escape your lips.
Gars, like, can I do something real quick?
You are lost in a city.
No, I was gonna like do like some.
Heading to Vale, actually.
Mm,
Which is technically true.
it is true. Ah, I see.
Am I aware that she's like enchanting my brain, or is it just like
It's not even close to the word magic. It's as if it's her personality in general. It's not even. It's weird. It's dangerous. The cold feeling is now beginning to subside to warmth. I'm so sorry to bother you.
I'm sorry
just-
you bother me too.
You just look so familiar.
Okay, lady, I know a lot of halflings look the same, but they don't need to be like this. No, redheads, I get it.
I once knew a halfling with red hair. A young man. But you are clearly something else. Sorry to bother you. And as she begins to rise up, you see behind you, now that the world is beginning to lighten up a bit more, you see that there are two other individuals, almost exact identical twins. They both have bright green eyes and blonde hair with a green streak running to the back of it.
Do they carry any symbol with them?
Make a perception check.
I'm looking for something specific, but let's see what they have. Hey, natural one. The other one was not that great either. It's going to be 6.
6. Alright, it's not too bad. As you see, Ilias, we do not have time to be playing around. We have a meeting with Alana. I was making a new friend. So sorry. I forgot your name. She looks at you, River.
Name's River.
Nice to meet you, River. And as she turns, feels as if all the warmth around her escapes. And on the bag, you notice a very particular symbol. One that's familiar to you. And she, along with the other two, begin to walk off into the city.
I just stand there.
So, that being said, Lionel.
Sorry about that emergency phone call.
No worries,
Perfectly
I'm
fine.
going to make my own wisdom saving throw for myself. Give me 1 second. I wait. No.
Alrighty, so what's up?
So, as you're traveling throughout the city and talking to many individuals, it seems like every immediate interaction is, that man's a possum.
God damn it!
What the fuck is that?
You know, I have a right mind to say in Elvish, yes, I know. Maybe that'll wake you the fuck up.
As you're just going from person to person to person, one finally, a slightly older-looking gentleman with a small monocle, kind of inspecting jewels and kind of going through his stockade, and he turns to you and is like, magic in of a specific kind. I would end up talking to Tricia Wyan. She is a enchanter that I would recommend. She often messes with the creations of magical items.
Lionel just perks up, his tail wags, and his ears peek up.
Well, great. Could you, by chance, point me in the right direction, and I'll be on my way?
Absolutely. And as he walks out, you are immediately met with, once again, the thoroughfare of the city, and he points down the road. Now, if you end up crossing that corner right there, you'll see a small shop with a sign, and you'll see what looks to be 6 little lines with a single eye in the center of it. That will be where Trezor is.
Oh, thank you so much, mister. Here's something for your troubles. Thank you so much.
I throw him a silver coin.
As you do, he catches it, and then he just pockets it.
And Lionel will just waddle his way on down to the store.
All right. As you enter the store, you are immediately met with what looks to be floating platters, and one goes right overhead. You have to duck almost immediately as you enter, and as you enter, there is this immediate, this beautiful elven maiden as she looks to you. Hello. and she has what looks to be this long turquoise hair, little flowers all along in it. She's wearing what looks to be like mage's robes and a tall staff that keeps within her immediate vicinity, but she doesn't seem to be holding it. And you are quite interesting. Hi, my name is Trizzer Ryan. I am the owner of the Enchanted Eye.
Well, it's nice to meet you, miss. My name's Lionel Middle, just a wandering wizard.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And she holds out a single finger towards you.
Get up on like an object that will at least let me get up to her hand level and like just grab it and shake.
Yeah, as you shake, it's like magic. You feel invigorated and you're happy. Well,
Ugh.
well then, now that you are here, what can I do to help you?
Well, I do have one request, but that's more of a business thing. I'm just very interested in any sort of magic that goes on around here. I guess I could show you what I mean by business expenses, and I put up the bag of holding on on a table or something.
Ooh, it's magical. I love it. What is it?
I spill out the dragon stuff.
As you do, it is almost a slight grinding mess as it goes, and it's almost as if the entire shop stops. She pulls out from under the counter what is this long, black and dirty piece of cloth, and she wiggles her finger. She makes it float up. She wipes everything down, and then adds another cloth, and then puts it back down.
Me and my allies recently slayed a dragon. I was hoping I could probably make this into a wand or something so I can prove that I actually did it.
I see. Well, this is very interesting and nice. The quality is definitely a bit lacking. What kind of dragon was it?
Oh, it was the blue dragon, one that spits lightning. Although my books never told me about something like that.
I see. So, I mean, given the nature of the dragon in and of itself, I might be able to make a staff of some sort, or what would be your preference?
Oh, Lionel just pulls out the staff from the bag of holding. Something of this nature. It's just a regular ass quarterstaff.
Okay. As you do, she inspects it. Okay, so definitely of your size, I can make something definitely magical, but it does cost a bit of coin in order for me to, even though I have all the parts, the enchanting, the putting together, the possibility that the spirit is still clinging to its flesh.
Well, how much? I have a few.
Something of this nature, probably around 3,000 gold pieces.
Lionel freezes.
Sorry. I'm sorry. That was 3,000. Yes, not 30.
No, this is.
Oh, Lionel's ears just drop. Oh.
I'm sorry. It's magic, and there's a lot of energy, and this is a very specific craft. In order for me to create something that would be of power, this is definitely a specialty item.
Well, I understand. I guess there is a price to pay when it comes to knowledge and magic.
Lionel starts scooping everything back up.
If I may...
He's paying attention to her while she's doing so.
If I may query you, I might personally have some use for dragon parts. I'd be willing to make a trade, or something within my shop, or perhaps even, gold and platinum for dragon parts. This is very interesting and fine material. I would definitely like it within my possession, but that is up to you.
So meta question. Does River have all of her bits and I have my bobs?
She has her bits, and you have your
As far as
bobs.
I'm concerned, the only things I have with me are 1 talon and 50 teeth.
Okay,
That's all she cared for.
all right, cool. I didn't want to just like end up selling your stuff without
Nah.
your consent, you know?
It's fine.
Okay, rad. Lionel does then grab the small little belt around the side of him and shows her his spell book.
Well, I am looking to complete this with as many spells as I could possibly get, so I'm willing to part away with some of the pieces if you have some spells to offer.
Why?
It's a little bit of a think of it as a I guess what's the big people call? Oh right, a journal. I'd like to make a spell journal.
I believe the word is spelled book, but
Oh, is that what it is? I've been calling it
Yes.
something different this whole time.
well, it to those whom own it, I'd be willing to trade for some of my own spells and some that you might find of interest. And she goes behind her, and you see what is a small locked cabinet. And as she waves her hand, you see several little trinkets and circles and metal and gears as they begin to twist and turn, and it slides apart, and it reveals what looks to be this greenish covered book, as if the leaves have hardened and created a thick leather. As she pulls it out, she looks at you. I would part more for gold than my secrets, but
Lionel just like looks to her. Does she say that out loud?
yeah.
Lionel, but immediately she like just watches as Lionel closes his book and puts it away.
And say no more, miss. I won't pry if it's very deep and very meaningful to you. Who am I to steal it from you? If you have anything else to trade, I'd be willing to look. I'm just interested in magic altogether.
Well, with that being said, I might have something that would be useful to you. And she goes through one of her little boxes and trinkets, and she finally pulls out one that's relatively small. And she puts it down in front of you, and she opens it. This ring is strange. It seems to have a flat top, but then the two areas where 2 fingers would fit, and on it are scrawlings of arcane design.
Ooh.
So, from one wizard to another, this is an extremely useful ring. I have recommended it a couple of times myself. I've designed it on several different occasions, but this is something that I would trade a majority of that dragon skin and
Would you mind if I tried it?
oh, by all means. As she hands it to you and you put the ring on, it does take you a bit to attune to it.
Of course.
And she's like, okay, so say that today, whatever spells that you wanted to cast, focus it into the ring.
Lionel will cast Fly into the ring.
Alright? You see one of the lines of the arcane design begin to brighten, and it remains lit. But you don't fly, but you feel like it's in the ring.
Like I could just feel the magic coming out of that ring.
Yeah. So, this is an opportunity in which if you need to store emergency spells, or if you want to save up for whatever adventures might behold you, this is how.
Lionel just like big eyes, like looking at it as it's like sitting on his finger. He turns around to her and just like very gingerly like starts collecting all the scales and like puts them in his paws and holds them out to her.
All right. As you hold out about the 10 pounds of dragon scales. So each pound is well about 100 gold pieces. If you want to trade that ring for these scales, I'd be willing to do that.
Lionel unfortunately has no fucking idea about like economical value when it comes to money, so this is a fair trade to him.
All right.
Although she will notice that he is very hesitant about giving away the hoard that he's keeping.
He's got the formulas and equations going to his mind, just like squinting, trying to process it all.
Yeah. Frauds, I have pocket spells.
Pocket spell. Ah!
Somewhere in the bar where Franz is at, he just felt his body get a cold shiver. He's like, I don't know why, but I feel really stressed again.
Here, have another. And you see another glass begin to come across you. You're about 3 in, and he's still amazed that you're not drunk yet. So,
Franz,
I've had a bad day.
Franz just says thank you in Elvish.
all right. So, Lionel, you now have a ring of spell storing. I will send.
Hell yeah!
I will send that to D&D Beyond later tonight.
Awesome.
As she holds up what is clearly this thick piece of blue dragon scale, she's just like, this is gonna make for some great capes, and or various other items. What was your name again? Lionel, correct?
Yes, Lionel Middle.
Lionel Middle. Can I make you a deal?
Sure, miss. What would you like?
If you happen to come across any more particular kinds of items, like dragon scales or certain other magical items, I'd be willing to make a deal with you. I'd be more willing to give up my secrets if you have more items and various other magical things. And also, if by chance, I'd be willing to give you something in return as well. Not just only for my shop, but I will make you something if you bring me more stuff.
Oh, that just seems like a fair trade then, miss. If I do happen to find something, then by all means.
Yeah.
I mean, I was under, well, at least my ma and pa told me that you do one good favor and in turn someone would do one for you. And I was hoping, and sure enough, wizards of the world do the same as my ma and pa do at their little cobble shop.
Absolutely, and I'm astonished that an individual like you is capable of, collecting such a very rare and valuable material. So, I'm assuming that you will in the future, and if you do, I'm more than willing to do business with you again.
Well, if my adventures see me to finding some more rare and valuable stuff, if I see no use for it, then by all means, I'd be willing to give it to you.
By all means, it was pleasure doing business with you, Lionel. And
Indeed.
She extends out her finger again.
Yep, and Lionel goes ahead and shakes it. Social link, go.
Yep. All right, so that is the end of Lionel. At this point, we're going to go ahead, take a 10-minute break.
Hey, Franz, pull my finger. Fly spell.
Franz, completely
God.
plastered. You can fly.
Are you trying to give him a heart attack or just stroke out?
All right. So we're gonna be gone. We're gonna go ahead and take a 10-minute break, get some water, stretch, all that fun stuff, and we'll be right back at 8:05, and we'll continue our session. So yeah.
Awesome.
Okie dokie.
Alrighty.
So I realized something.
Yeah, what's that?
A lot of my items were duplicate. So I had like 2 bedrolls, 2
Holy
like
shit!
robes.
We got-
two-
We got Brady with 98 people.
Holy crap, hello,
Oh,
everyone.
shit.
Just
Hi,
in
Tabby.
time for the break.
Hey,
Well,
Tabby.
Nico Nee.
Just in time for us to take our break.
Quick, go back in line to welcome them.
All right.
So,
Well, welcome everyone to D6, where I, Archie, am bringing together voice acting friends and bridging friends and friends in general onto a D&D live stream show. We're just going on break right hugging now. Thank you so much for the raid.
we see you, Blackfoot Ferret.
Hey, Tabby.
He does that.
Hey,
Thank you,
guys.
Tabby. We'll be right back. I promise. We are just trying to make sure things get going, but a whole bunch of stuff has happened. So please do stick around, and I hope that we are able to entertain you in the last half of D6. So see you all in
We are
10
going to
minutes.
reach out, no
10
worries.
minutes, everyone.
We're gonna feed. We'll be right back.
Gotta get food.
Because the fucking TF2 economy tanked, so someone did this.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard about the TF2 economy. Just
Oh my god.
This video
Hey,
It's
welcome
so
back,
good to
everyone.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
we're back.
We were
yeah.
discussing
Hi.
songs.
Right.
Sorry for that, Raiders.
All right. So first of all, I want to give a couple of shout outs to the people who have given us bits, because I figured that might be something that's really, really cool. Blackfoot Ferret, Flamethrower, and 321 Agimo. Thank you for your bits, and
Hey,
those of you who decide to donate. They are very much appreciated, and I have said this before, whatever goes into the stream goes back into the stream. Equipment, D&D miniatures, and all that fun stuff. Also, I've noticed a lot of people were asking what the music was. The song is called Hunter's Haven by Alex Rowe. He is a wonderful musician, and also somebody that has given me permission to use his music time and time again, and he's an amazing musician. He does a lot of Soulsborne based or inspired music that are just amazing originals that I've fallen in love with over the years. So if you want to go check it out, his name is once again Alex Rowe, and you can check him out on Bandcamp. All right. Let's see what else. So that being said, we are back into the Emerald Enclave.
Did you get to do Canis' thing? Or...
That's what we're about to do.
Okie dokie.
So, at this point, Canis,
Mhm.
you find yourself as you begin to walk through the city and you find yourself within the giant grotto area. You get the sensation as if something is reaching towards you, but there's nothing ever there. It's not violent in its nature, but rather it feels as if nature has its eyes on you. As you get closer towards what looks to be as if like this grand cathedral, both of marble and vines, you hear the songs of choirs and people as they begin to move in and out silently, as if the leaves have been falling down from the trees. You see several elven and half-elven individuals, some human, some of orcish nature and whatnot, as they pass through this temple. Here you see, in the center of the cathedral, what is a half-elven individual with long brown hair. Her dress is adorned from top to bottom, almost as if metal and vines have created this headpiece that kind of blends in with her hair as it is tied and braided as it goes down. Her dress is almost simplistic, a light green, but with as if golden arcane swirls as they come from the bottom and they begin to fade towards towards the torso. Her eyes are like gems. They're these deep green. You are aware of this person. There is only one priestess within this house of Melora, and she is also known as the Acolyte of Melora. It has been spoken among your family that the Acolytes are the human version of the god's mouthpiece. Sometimes even Asimars don't get the luxury of being one. She is just simply, tending to everyone that comes to her with questions. And there is various other individuals as they are praying or tending to the gardens within the cathedral. What do you do?
Is she currently with someone right now?
Yes. She is with two individuals, both elven in nature. They seem to just simply be discussing some matters of the church. After the back and forth, do you want to listen?
I'll listen and yeah.
All right. Make a perception check.
Alrighty. Natural 20.
All right. So
Okay.
the back and forth in between this conversation is there are some individuals that have entered the Emerald Enclave for diplomacy and making sure that passage and goods are being safely transferred between a very particular town. Let me see. I need to actually check these notes. See. Bracky, I may need some help.
What happened?
I need the name of not Rite. Sorry, I swear to God I put it down in my notes, but then it just not there.
Oh, send it to you. Low bundle.
What is it?
Low bundle can send to you. I think that's
Okay. So there are acolytes from Lobandel that are here to meet with Halicia's mother in order to kind of discuss the trade situation and also safe travels and whatnot. But they seem to have their concerns, and also the fact that Lycia Bay is literally at their back door, and as Halicia is kind of just trying to calm these two individuals down, it is a bit of time before she is finally left, and she remains at the altar looking at what is the physical statue and embodiment of Melora.
All right, now that she's finally alone, I step up to her. Good day, ma'am.
Oh, hello.
I am here to deal with business that has been, I guess, reported south of the Vale.
Yes. You remind me of someone. It was a little over 100 years ago. No, shorter. 80? There was this woman that my mother was friends with. She reminds me of you, just slightly different. And she looks at you with a cocked head. You noted the Vale.
Yes. Canis will just kind of look around. Is there anyone within earshot of the conversation?
There are plenty of people, depending on who you take notice to.
He'll lean in a bit more and say, could we have a more private conversation?
Hmm. What house are you from?
I'm Canis of the House Metilius.
Ah, your reputation precedes you, Mr. Metilius. And as she waves her hand, you notice that there are several elven, both high and half, all look away, and as if, like in John Wick, everyone begins to disperse. And you hear the large cathedral doors close.
Well, that makes this much simpler.
Being the proprietor of this church, I have a lot of leeway here. Metilius, the House of the Platinum God. I'm surprised that you would ever seek out help from a child of Melora.
Personally, I've never dealt with demons before. And to be quite fair, I don't think the name of a house really has any weight, at least in a matter such as this. So I'm willing to take all the help that I can get.
I've never thrown myself into combat, but my mother on many different occasions has. She would know more about demons and ancient entities. Should you want to, I can set up a meeting.
That would be all the more helpful, ma'am. Thank you.
Demons are a nasty bunch. And seeing as who you are and the way you stand, I can definitely tell that this is a very concerning notion. And as she turns around, she looks back at the statue of Melora. You see, as she begins to kind of pray, you see a small light begins to envelop the statue, and you see as she prays, it's almost as if she's listening. And as she looks towards you, her eyes are glazed over. The land is corrupted. It must be cleansed. The land is in pain. It must be healed. I have
Do you know how?
faith in you, son of Bahamut. And her eyes close and she opens them again, her eyes no longer glazed over. Word will reach my mother before you get there. I will assure you that.
Thank you.
May the evergreen guide your way.
Bahamut's grace to you. He'll turn and leave.
All right. She turns back around towards the statue, and the doors open, and people begin to fill the cathedral once more. And you see what is a very thin-looking elven individual, almost as if walking is below him. He just moves faster than you can possibly imagine as you enter back into the thoroughfare of the city.
What's up with that guy?
All right. So, that being said,
Mhm.
that everyone has done what they've wanted to do. Do you all wish to return?
I'm
back
looking
together?
for everyone.
I'd imagine we all reconvene at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gar's
Yeah.
is gonna like wander back with a cabbage in his hands.
Yeah.
Couldn't find what I was looking for, but I did get a cabbage for a single gold coin. I think it was a steal.
And once again, this is like it's just a mess. As you're walking around and biting into the cabbage, there are pieces falling out of your maw. And it's just nom 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 nom.
You guys find
like a-
what you were looking for?
It's like you're a magister fucking lizard.
Oh my god, that's
Right. And
yeah.
everyone,
yeah,
you all find yourselves within the thoroughfare at one time or another, but you are noticing that River is highly concerned and Franz is very drunk.
Yeah, it's
Oh
not
my
even
God.
12 in the afternoon.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Guys, we need to get out of this town. Right
Fuck.
now. We are leaving the city.
What? Well, I mean, we are coming back, right? I actually found out that if
We are never coming back. We are not putting a foot in this town ever again. We need to leave it right now.
Why?
But they have such yummy cabbages.
Why?
Oh,
Stop eating that. Maybe poison. I don't know. We need to leave now. We need to get out. And she's just looking around to making sure she doesn't see anyone familiar.
Lionel holds up a hand and prestidigitates a snap like a finger snap. What is the problem?
There is people in this city really dangerous. I'm not entirely sure as to what they want or who they are, but I know we need to leave this city right now. Please. Kindness?
Did any of these people follow you here?
I don't know. Did they, Gerald? Was I able to keep an eye out?
Make a perception check.
Ooh, actually good. It's a total of 21.
21?
ooh, that is good.
As you're kind of just like inspecting the faces, it's almost as if like you are blurring past one face to another, and you see as if eyes are all kind of just looking at what is a crazed halfling woman in the middle of in the town's thoroughfare. And by the time you finally come down, you're making sure to inspect on the faces that you caught from before. Fortunately, no, they had left to tend to whatever business that they were a part of.
I don't think they followed me.
All right. Normally, you're the calm one. Were you able to secure enough supplies for the trip?
I only got a. I tried to not do much with it. Like the stuff I was able to buy before. You know, it was the healer's kit and another what is it called? Oh, another water skin. I have 10 days of rations, but I don't know. I don't feel comfortable in this city. We need to get out.
Will we be going by foot or are we taking another carriage there?
I do not care. We need to run if it's necessary. Please, I just want to leave.
Lionel looks to everyone else. Okay, well, logically, if there's more of us together, then whoever's hunting you down has to go through the most of us. I don't believe He looks over at Franz. I don't believe that we're in any condition to leave the city right this second, but it probably would be best if we all stuck together and finished up our resupplying, and then we leave. Leaving on the whims of danger would only just invite more trouble.
I agree. You must breathe for a second. Collect your thoughts. I'm sure given time you will calm down soon.
River tries to calm herself in a.
Would that be a persuasion check on him?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Make a persuasion.
Persuasion.
With advantage, because you are both kind of convincing River to take the time.
Okie.
Chill the fuck out. Oh, thank God for that advantage.
Oh, I got a 19.
19? Alright.
15.
Okay. So you're both kind of just consoling River at this point, and you begin to finally breathe, River, and your panic state of mind is now beginning to roll back, and you feel a bit more convinced to stay.
If you have another panic attack, I can teach you some Eastern meditation techniques.
Thank you, Gara, but no, let's just hurry up, please.
Well, if we stay together, more than likely we'll be able to catch whatever we're just trying to get the drop on you. Now, Lionel looks over to Canis. I assume every single, do we have anything else we need to do? Because if we have all of our provisions, then we should at least take a little bit of a breather and then leave. No sense rushing off with this state of ill urgency.
Fair. Besides, I have a meeting with the acolyte of Melora's mother that'll have to attend.
You are aware of the Grand Tribe leader, Alana Marathari. She is also one of the original 6 individuals that helped save the world about 100 years ago.
Ooh.
And that's who I'm to be meeting?
Yep.
All right.
Lionel turns back to his childish, little voice, oh boy, folk heroes!
Alright. So, at this point, what do you guys do?
Bronze is still completely drunk off his ass and probably foaming at the mouth.
We should probably have...
Finding an inn.
Urzer's gone, so at this point, I'm just give him a good berry, maybe snap him the fuck out of it.
When is this meeting, by the way?
She didn't give me a time, did she?
She did not.
It's gonna be this cryptic bullshit, isn't it? By my guess, I'm going to be summoned to it rather than being given a time.
Will they be able to find you? I don't know. What if we camp outside of the city?
Well,
maybe
you would assume we'll be safer in the city, yes?
Better than being in the wilderness.
I was going to say we can camp maybe 100 miles away, 200.
I feel like that's inviting them to attack us more than it is.
I know a place with nice trees.
Everywhere outside has trees, friends.
You're my man!
The very trees in this city are used as homes and inns. These are bigger than redwoods. These are ancient, big trees.
Some of the fancy trees.
Yeah, for the sake of time, I would say I'm assuming we're going to be looking for an inn.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
A safe inn. One of those that look like nothing can penetrate it.
One of the bars on the windows.
Is this city like a really big version of the Ewok city from Star Wars?
Oh god.
Actually,
Don't start.
if I were to really describe it, to anyone that's ever played Golden Sun,
Oh shit.
yeah, it is basically the equivalent of the size of, what is that town on the size of probably 2/6 of what Aurario is. And you all know how big that city is.
So yeah, just for the sake of time, finding a name.
All right, so
Against my best will.
you remember hearing Morgan note something of an inn, brand new place that probably just opened up. As you guys begin to travel, you find the carriage that found you guys here, and what seems to be loud yelling and screaming from within the inn. As you guys enter, it is the immediate area of like a bar and what looks to be a small pitted area. You see there are about 2 elven individuals who are currently bare knuckle boxing each other, and people just kind of shouting and throwing their drinks up. You see what is a separate area of where a reception would be. As you guys walk over, you see what is a young-looking half-elven individual. He looks at all of you as like, so it seems like we have more visitors. Are you all planning to have a room tonight?
Yes, that we are. Is anything available?
We have 2 rooms available. On the 3rd floor, the new leaf is just brand new made, so it should have all of the amenities that various individuals would have.
All right then. That sounds perfect. How much for the rooms?
It'll be 20 gold, 10 for each. And you see as he's kind of flipping through his booklets.
Is it possible for everyone to bunk in one?
There's 2 rooms.
Ah, gotcha. 3.
Would you be more comfortable if we were all in the same room?
I would be.
Then 1 room, then. 10 gold pieces.
Canis will pay for it.
Alright, put down 10 gold pieces, and he ends up pocketing it. He writes down any name in particular.
Have it under my name, and Canis will just shoot his name to him.
Alright, Canis Mathilius, and he writes it down, and he hands you what looks to be a small silver key with several intricate designs at its tip. You will find your room hopefully accommodating.
Thank you.
Please enjoy the new leaf. And he gives a slight bow, and you all kind of find yourself making it up to the 3rd floor. As you guys enter, the room is not exactly too big. It's what you would expect out of the size of a regular hotel room, like a Residence Inn. And there seems to be a couple of beds and what is an armoire for, cleaning oneself up and prepping oneself for the day.
Are there any trees? Since we're inside of a tree, are there any like stray branches that go across the ceiling?
No, it seems clean inside here. There are, however, several vases full of flowers and small decorative trees that kind of, liven up the room a bit.
Ah, okay.
Instead of this giant tree hotel room are fake plants.
They're actually pretty real, but
A plastic fern.
Don't say that around frogs.
Miss you too, Mina.
I'll keep a watch. The first
Right.
watch.
Well, Lionel will just, like, since we're all here and we're just all getting ready for the day, Lionel will just regale them his story of meeting this nice wizard lady who actually says that if we, he gave her some of his scales in return for a magic ring. If she, and he pretty much tells them, like, hey, we get monster parts, we get free magic shit.
Did you ask to see if they had any bullets?
Scream at own ass face.
No.
I think not. I am.
Well, I mean, do you have? I mean,
I tried asking for small arrows, but even those wouldn't fit. Trust me, I tried.
Lionel just shrugs and shakes his head, just like, no, I don't. But I did get this, and I touch Franz, and he starts flying.
Oh,
He's already
Keep in mind,
hammered.
okay.
Yeah.
It's
Franz,
like no, it's
Franz, you feel a slight spark on your leg, and suddenly you start kind of floating upward in your drunken stupor, and Franz is now flying.
He has complete control over it, by the way.
Yeah, he's just drunk though, so it's
He's just as much as a fucking drunk.
hey, who moved the floor? It's not cool.
Lionel, how long does that last?
Let me double check.
oh.
I think it was like
10 minutes.
10
So in
minutes.
10 minutes, he's gonna
Yeah.
hit the floor.
The shit that you guys show me in the Discord chat is always amazing, and nobody ever gets to see it.
Candace will just
Not
grab
bad in the
his
chat
foot
right now.
and just slowly put him onto the bed.
As he's grabbing Franz's foot, Franz is like, hey, master. You're a lot firmer than normal. Did you finally lose the beer gut?
You guys, I'll keep the first watch.
Candace will take the other bed.
All right.
Lionel will stay.
Get it down, man.
Lionel will stay up and fuck around with with Garu's gun to see if he can actually have it shoot chromatic rounds.
Yeah, we're gonna get another shot
All
at
right.
that.
So once again, after spending a lot of time reclaiming the notes from the night, a couple of nights beforehand, you guys are technically at step 1. So I need Garu. I need you to make a dexterity. I need you to make a dexterity check, and Lionel, I need you to make an intelligence check.
This is the
Oh
fucking.
boy,
kid.
here we go.
This is the kids playing with the Nerf gun while the parents are trying to sleep on a fucking vacation.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's right. Here I go, spelling ink again. Oh my fucking god, that's a natural 1.
Oh, but you're. Oh no, you're not. Huh?
And I got a fucking 21.
It's...
Two sides to the
Again?
same coin.
Oh, the soul.
Oh.
You go forward and back, and then forward and back,
Garu.
and you go forward and back, and one step backwards.
Garu,
Okay.
for the 5th time, you point the gun that way.
But it feels so comfy in my hand.
And he
So-
fucking spins it. He spins it in his finger, and it fucking goes flying and hits Franz in the face, but he's still out cold.
You just,
So
you
at
just
this
see him
point-
like, sir.
So at this point, Garu, you are helping Lionel with the fiddly bits of figuring out how to transfer chromatic orb into what will be bullets, and you guys have the material to start making bullets. Figuring out how black powder works and how steel and the way it needs to be formed by using magic. Garu, in being told to hold what is one of the bullets that is kind of acting as a prototype, and Lionel, as you begin the incantation for Chromatic Orb, and as you finish, Garu sneezes, and he puts his face right into the Chromatic Orb, and I need you to just roll 1d8 of whatever you decided to make the element of.
Ow!
Fire.
Okay?
Do I roll the d8 or does he?
He rolls the d8.
Here
Okay.
I go. 6.
Okay. So as he and his face goes right into the Chromatic Orb, you feel the immediate burning of your nostrils, and you lurch back and you yell out a large yell and wake everyone up in the room.
What happened?
I was already awake.
So, Franz, you hear screaming, and
He's
still,
flying.
yeah, you raise up from your bed a bit, and Canis, as you were trying to sleep, you are now trying to ignore the yell.
Should he roll for that?
You can certainly try. Make
I will-
a con check. Just
For
a con.
Canis to try and stay asleep.
Yep.
Or Nat 1.
You are like
Son of a bitch.
like Squidward and SpongeBob. Eyes blink open. You hear the breaking of glass in the background.
At this time, I'd like to enact the feature Play Dead.
You do. The amount of shock, and you go, ah! And you fall to the ground and play dead.
Ghost is like walking around. Ah! I feel nothing but burning. Ah! He bumps into a wall.
All this noise now. After about 5 or 10 minutes, you hear footsteps coming up to your door, and you hear,
I have my sword and shield.
Canis with bloodshot eyes will answer the door.
Alright. Canis, as you walk over, you see an elven woman, and she's like, "This is from the reception. Apparently there's
noise
been
complaint?
Yes, a very noise complaint. Please
I
understand."
understand. Of course.
And she walks away down the hall, and you close the door.
Dad's mad.
I love doing this whole time, just in the corner. River is holding her sword in the chair, just looking straight at you guys.
1,000-yard stare, just unblinking, unwavering.
How often have you kept me up at night?
Well, I did give you that one good rest, remember?
I am going back to sleep, and I expect to get a full night's rest. Keep it down, or you're not getting the gun. Good night.
He kicks down on like a full bow.
He ignores it and goes back to his bed.
All right. However,
As you step on Lionel.
All right, he played dead.
However, in the sense of trying to fuse Chromatic Orb to Bullet, you notice that he did end up scraping the bullet across the Chromatic Orb, which began the process of magically infusing it. You see that there are some arcane lines along the bullet, but it exploded in his hand, and it's kind of ruined. But apparently the prototype might work. You know, it's a lot of trial and error, but you do scroll it down in your notes, Lionel, that this.
I can't hear you. I'm dead.
Yeah. I feel like it's just Lionel's laying on his side, and he's floating into the universe, trying to figure out what's going on.
So projecting up there with Franz.
The prophecy.
Body.
It's
The
been
prophecy
10
is
minutes.
true.
It's been 10 minutes. Is he actually dead?
You hear snoring.
Yeah,
No.
he's sleeping. But it does give you some ideas that you probably write down in the morning.
Fair enough.
All right. So on this watch, River, make a perception check.
Natural 1.
Mm.
But I'm a halfling.
You might want to use luck there.
Yeah, get that.
Yeah.
How do you roll so many ones? You're the halfling.
I don't fucking know my fucking. I'm going
It's
to use
set
no.
by fate.
I'm using this one. No, that's not good either. That's a 10 total.
10
It's
total.
better than 1.
Yep, it's better than 1.
You find yourself constantly trying to look out the window and staring down the streets of the thoroughfare.
As soon as everybody's there, they go to sleep. I'm wearing my mask.
A what?
I'm
Cut
no,
out.
I'm wearing my mask. I'm just making sure you cannot fucking see me.
So from a bird's eye view, someone from the other side of the tree is just watching this one window open and close, with a fucking with a halfling with a mask on looking out the window.
Halfling with a wooden rabbit mask.
Oh,
That's not creepy at all.
That's not creepy at all.
That's some Hotline Miami shit.
It's the fucking plot of Your Next.
some little elven boy or girl is going to be very scarred for life now.
But as you are looking at in the city, there isn't anything that's coming up to mind on what is like bothering you, and you can't seem to focus where your thoughts are to find the people that you feel threatened by. It's just restless looking and with no real result. It's just a regular thoroughfare, some people walking by.
Okay.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see a clown in the middle of the crossroads.
Fuck you.
It's not there anymore.
Couldn't fucking
I'll
be-
just
Sleep, clown will eat me.
I close the window and ask someone else for their next watch.
Can I would say Franz was gonna do it, but Franz is
He's
He is
he's
so-
out of it.
God, the blind man will volunteer.
Actually, at this point, Franz, make a Constitution saving throw.
jeez.
Oh no.
Let's see here. What's my constitution? Oh yeah, +0. So yeah, 2.
Oh no.
These rolls.
You reach for whatever bin is near the side of your bed, and you grab something, and you vomit into it.
Oh god.
No.
Is he Lionel? What the hell did he grab?
Lionel will start crying loudly if that's the case. He will fucking like 8-year-old sob. I lost my fucking Game Boy at Chuck E. Cheese crying.
Oh no.
Don't worry, it's not you, Lionel.
No, I mean that's not Lionel.
Oh my goodness.
I wish
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah. So yeah, Franz, you end up throwing up into whatever you managed to grab it onto. Yeah. Who is taking the next watch?
I will take it. Because you know what? I haven't done it yet in a while.
Lionel, as you watch Franz throw up, make a perception check.
Oh,
What is
good!
it?
Hot damn. 18.
I'm gonna message you this.
What is it?
If it's
Oh,
Canis'
no.
helmet, I swear to fucking God.
No.
Oh no.
Oh, good!
No, please no. I'm afraid to know what this is.
Lionel roll a sleight of hand check to take it without making any noise.
Okay.
He sleight of hands to get the now vomited Canis helmet.
I was sitting here wondering, who's the one that has the helmet again? I can't remember if it's River or Canis. And then I'm like, oh yeah, it is Canis.
Fucking
Canis is no good. Very bad night.
It's okay. I will fix this. Don't worry. I'm just gonna go ahead and sleight of hand it
Okay, make a
He's been
sleight of
having
hand
a
check.
bad week.
with a nat 1.
Okay. So, Lionel, as you reach over to grab the pristine helmet of Canis Mathilius, you get some. As you pick it up, you notice that there are some that didn't make it all the way in. It gets on your hand, and you go, "Ew!" and it drops, and it hits the floor, and it spills all over the floor.
Prestidigitation. No, fuck it. Quick prestidigitation. My mouth is open like a Pez dispenser. I am casting prestidigitation.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a cantrip. It cleans.
Yeah. What's it like? I think it's like a 5-foot square.
Prestidigitation. The spell is a minor magic trick that novice spellcasters practice. You create an instantaneous harmless sensory effect. You could snuff light. You could clean and or soil larger objects more than a cubic foot.
You can clean the helmet.
Yep. I'm going to clean it, and just back and forth. This Canis is probably waking up. He just throws the throw up back on fucking Franz's face.
Oh. and Franz.
And then plays dead.
So your watch for the night, Lionel, began with that's a pretty interesting city. Oh, I gotta clean that up, and then dropping the helmet, and then tossing vomit back onto Franz. Franz, you wake up next morning with a bit of chunk of whatever you had in your beard.
I can clean it. Don't worry.
Franz wakes up disoriented, upset, hungover, and he just wakes up, doesn't greet anybody. Walks. Is there a bathroom inside this, or do I have to walk somewhere else?
There is a small washroom.
Franz opens the window, wild forms into a sloth, goes slowly, makes his way out to the window, and starts shaking himself clean, and just hangs there to dry.
Lionel is still awake. He just looks over at Franz. You know, I could have just cleaned you that with magic.
He's asleep again.
I do it. I do it anyway.
We got all the natural wands in the safest place in the city.
Yeah.
In our hotel room, just to annoy Canis.
So pretty much this entire night, the turnover is Canis just isn't having his way today.
He's had a bad week.
Yeah. So that being said, as the new morning begins, you hear a knock at the door, and
Sword in hand.
all right.
I slap River on the wrist. Cut it out.
I do not. I am not in the mood, Lionel. I need to be careful.
Oh, Lionel's not in the mood either. He didn't sleep. He had to fucking do cleanup duty most of the night. He opens the door.
What's that smell?
Lionel hisses at fucking River a little bit and then goes to the door.
All right. And as you walk over and you open the door, you see a very shifty cladded elven individual who has long black hair and seems to have very tightly fitted robes. Her ladyship wishes for the audience to be now.
Oh, are you the? I guess the lady is Canis's friend. One moment, please. I shut the door.
You shut the door.
I walk over to Canis and I baby slap him in the face.
One of your elven
Yes.
wizard, elven wizard friends is asking for you to see your friend.
What?
That super important meeting you're supposed to have. Someone's here for
Yes.
that.
Thank you. He'll, I guess, put a shirt on since he wasn't sleeping in his armor,
All right.
and he'll be off to answer the door
You-
and follow the elf.
You open the door and you see the same individual who looks slightly more annoyed now. Her ladyship would like the meeting to be now.
Of course. And he'll follow.
She also noted that to bring your friends.
All right then.
Going?
All right, everyone get dressed. We're leaving.
I just picture the elven guy going, "Do not split the party." Let's go.
All right, get ready.
Okay.
Yep.
So, as you guys get ready and you travel out into the thoroughfare once more, you guys are met with pretty much the biggest tree here in the Emerald Enclave. Here in this the central area, you guys climb up atop what is this huge canopy, and by the time you make it, it is almost like this open air office. And in the center, you see a very aged, but like any of those who have the elven bloodline, they end up living much longer than any human being possible. And this aged but like fine wine half elven woman, as she stands there with long green flowing robes, and there being two other individuals, both of the same vernacular and age, only one being of a wood elf nature, the other one being of high elf. As they begin to stare at all of you, she turns, "Hey guys!" And that is going to be the end. Tonight's
That's
game
the
of D6.
mess.
Oh.
That was that was the most fucking like. That was the most Harold and Kumar scenario I've ever seen in a
Oh my
guys.
god, that's
Hey
right.
guys!
What's up?
So next week is me trying to portray an old player.
Oh.
Oh
Oh,
man.
fantastic.
Oh,
Ooh,
boy.
it's a little bit of studying.
You'll be being judged by them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, PC,
That-
NPC.
Could we
It's
possibly get them on?
It's okay, guys, because any curses they say in Elvish, I'll be able to understand them and tell them to go fuck themselves.
Nice.
No, I'm happy where tonight went.
I'm very happy. Very, very
Yeah.
happy.
gotten
It
to
was
that.
very, very awesome.
Cadence is no good, very bad night.
This is fun today.
Right. All right. With that being said, hey, thank you everyone who came out tonight to come watch my world come to life, brought to you by my players who are absolutely amazing and keep rolling
Hey.
ones.
Yeah.
Come back next week. Once again, this is a weekly game, so 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Sundays. I am streaming, and also thank you, Tabby Cat, once again for rating us. It was absolutely awesome, and also various people here. Be back 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and once again, thank you guys so much. And don't forget, if you have some stuff that you want to show us or you want to talk to us, D6DR hashtag D6DR. On Twitter. All right.
One announcement though, that just to be word for next week. We're going. Today we had a missing player, Joe Cat.
Yeah.
He had something personal to do, so we didn't have him today. But next week is also going to be another missing player, which is Boo Radley.
It me.
Yeah. So
Hey.
just be aware of
So,
that.
so we will be.
But Joe Cat will be back, so
Yeah.
it's an equivalent exchange.
Yeah, we'll be down to Boo for 1 week, but Joe will be back. All right. That being said, thank you guys. Hope to see you all next week. See you next Sunday, everyone. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good
See
one.
ya.
Bye.